bowls of warm water that were filled with bottles of baby oil.
To understand what happened at these parties, you first need to know where they started. Back in the 1990s, these events were called Puffy Flavor Camp. At the start, they were simple industry gatherings for people working in music. Over the years, though, they changed shape completely. They turned into closed-door events, with heavy security and strict rules attached to every invite. Guests had their phones taken away right at the door. They were made to sign non-disclosure agreements before they were even allowed inside. And once inside, drug use was common and out in the open, almost treated as normal. Now, here is who you are actually dealing with. Diddy, also known as Sean Combs, is one of the most powerful names in hip-hop history. For more than 30 years, he built an empire most people could only dream of. He started Bad Boy Records. He launched clothing lines and a fragrance brand. He built his own media company. He became one of the richest men in the music industry, and for decades, the public only ever saw the successful side of him. Millions of people admired him, and very few had any reason to question the image he had built. In 2025, all of that came crashing into a federal courtroom. Diddy stood trial on serious charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. After 8 long weeks and 34 witnesses, the jury came back with a mixed verdict. He was found not guilty on the most serious charges, racketeering and sex trafficking, but he was found guilty on 2 separate counts tied to prostitution. As of now, he remains in custody, waiting to be sentenced, and he still faces dozens of civil lawsuits from women who say he hurt them.
Okay, so look at this. Watch the woman, right? They said, look how off she is, and just watch her. Like, she goes in, she hits her, little device, whatever, and then people think that Diddy is asking her pretty much if she's okay. And like, I don't know, if you just watch her, apparently people are worried about her, like who knows what's going down.
Now that you know how this world started, let's go through exactly what happened inside it, one piece at a time. When federal agents raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, they found more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant sitting inside. Investigators said the sheer volume was one of the first signs that these were not ordinary gatherings at all. A former assistant testified that he was personally ordered to prepare hotel suites for what staff called Wild King Nights. That meant dimming every light in the room, lighting candles and incense, covering the furniture in sheets, and setting out drugs and supplies well before anyone else arrived. Every part of the room was arranged in advance, like a set built for a scene nobody outside that room was ever supposed to see.
These were bowls of warm water that were filled with bottles of baby oil.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Tonight, the brave Diddy insider is finally able to tell all.
Well, the things that I experienced with him were monster-like. That stuff almost destroyed my life.
Plus the hundreds of other accusers lining up to launch their own lawsuits.
This case is shocking. It is